I have been teaching Sunday school since I was 14 years old, so I guess it's in my blood. When I became pastor at the LaSalle Road congregation, one of my passions was for children's ministry, which I guess could be interpreted as developing disciples. Seeing a lack of attendance by children, I aspired to start something just for them. But today's children don't necessarily respond to the lesson strategies of 50 years ago. I needed ideas. Having multiple responsibilities in an aging congregation meant I had to be creative in developing something for the children without taxing our resources. This became a matter of prayer. On a visit to Calgary, my Aunt Shirley Navy Smith told me about their Jesus and Me Club, and a spark was lit. What evolved was JAM, a Jesus and Me Kids Club. It was a 90-minute program that we developed for children that included music and craft and lesson and games, and especially food. My Aunt Mavis McDonald, who was 90 years of age and questioning how she could continue to provide ministry, was a wonderful mentor and encourager and provided me with all kinds of resources and books and pictures from her accumulation, and JAM was enriched. One of the moms, Amanda White, was my regular assistant and a wealth of resources for music and crafts and games that fit with the lesson plan. We had between 7 and 9 children regularly attend, almost all of those boys. So we started with ways that Jesus is our superhero. And then we evolved into Bible stories such as the Good Samaritan. They loved wrapping one another in toilet paper to role play the role of the Good Samaritan. And then they each got to fill a little bag with Band-Aids and little things that would help if someone was hurt. And several weeks later, one boy told me how he used his Good Samaritan package at school to help someone who was hurt. And that was the Lord reassuring me that the lessons were being understood and applied in life. Well, when COVID curtailed our in-person activities, our congregation quickly transitioned into virtual church services, but there was nothing for the children. This weighed heavily on my heart, as these children were not receiving any ministry aimed at their level of needs, nor were the adults and the parents being blessed by the ministry of children. As I was already feeling burnout from the responsibility of weekly church services, along with all the other aspects of pastoring during a pandemic, I knew I did not have the answers or the resources to begin something new. But the Lord works in mysterious ways, and his timing is perfect. At a pastor meeting held in the fall of 2020, I posed the question, what is being done for the children? Hoping for some suggestions, some resources, some ideas. I learned about a Bible club that had been offered during the summer in the USA. Well, my question percolated with Kathy Baker, who was at that meeting and whom later that very week learned about a children's peace club. And it was being done in other parts of the world. She was able to get the information on books that they had selected, how to get reading permissions, mindfulness activities, and best practices for children's safety. Within days, she had me connected with the resources from that initiative and a willing volunteer in Amy Unra from the Guelph congregation. And the Peace Club for Children was born. So now every 2 weeks, we read a book focused on peace. We talk about what the book teaches, and we try and relate it to a child's everyday activities. And we teach resources and strategies of how to use peace mindfulness activities in their daily life. I thank the Lord for his timing, for responding to my prayers for the children, and for connecting me with just the right people to make miracles happen. I love seeing the energy and enthusiasm of the children each week we meet, and I hope and pray that the lessons they learn about peace for self, others, and our planet will become a lifelong approach to their discipleship.